Hello and welcome to evening prayer. I'm sure that whether or not you've never been to church or whether you've been going to church your entire life, if I said the name Ezekiel, you might all go, oh yeah, isn't that the guy who talked about the dry bones? Yeah. So Ezekiel was a prophet of Israel during the time when the people of Israel, and more particularly the people from Jerusalem, were living in exile in Babylon. So Babylon was the big empire at the time that decided that its economy would be well supported if it just took a whole bunch of people from this scrawny little nation state called Israel, marched them across the desert, and put them to work in Babylon. And so you had this community that had been convinced previous to this time that they were God's chosen protected people. And what were the signs of that? They had a country, they had a city, and they had a temple. And for the people of Israel in that era, all of those things were signs that God was on their side. Suddenly, they all found themselves without the country, without the city, and without the temple. And they all went into massive meltdown, as you can well imagine, because, wait a minute, all of those things that defined who we were and gave us a sense of identity and power and safety and security, gone. And so the prophet Ezekiel was speaking words of wisdom in a really challenging time of this group of people. And one of the visions he had was of all of these bones belonging to the same cadaver, kind of coming back to life. I think that's a really interesting image. And the question that he asked as he saw and had this vision was, really, can these bones live? That's our question, isn't it? Now that we've lost many of the things that have represented security for us, can these bones live? Can we have a deep understanding of being held in a greater mystery? Can we trust that a larger narrative that is unfolding around us is for our deepest healing? Can we trust that these bones will live? I'm going to close this evening with a prayer entitled, Can These Bones Live? Gracious Spirit, the source of our common life, when we are dry and scattered, when we are divided and alone, we long for connection, we long for community. Holy breath, breathe on us. With those we live beside, who are often strange to us, whom we may be afraid to approach, yet who have riches of friendship to share, we long for connection, we long for community. Breathe on us, holy breath. With those we have only heard of, who see with different eyes, whose struggles we try to imagine, whose fierce joy we wish we could grasp, we long for connection, we long for community. Breathe of breath, holy breath, breathe on us. With those we shall never know, but whose lives are linked with ours, whose shared ground we stand on, and whose common air we breathe, we long for connection, we long for community. Breathe on us, holy breath. When we are dry and scattered, when we are divided and alone, when we are cut off from the source of our life, open our graves, gracious Spirit, that all people may be free to breathe, strong to move, and joyful to stand together. Holy breath, breathe on us. As we continue to rework the narratives that help us understand the foundations of our lives, as we seek to rebuild the foundations of our lives, let us live with a profound trust that a deeper, kinder story is being nurtured and is unfolding in our midst. And let us commit ourselves to go to those deeper, kinder places within our bones. Sleep well, good friends, and peace be with you.